Daughters are no longer being raised to be wives. Daughters are now being raised to be people, and that is pissing a lot of people off.
Male loneliness epidemic isn't real. It's just evolution doing what evolution does best and weeding out the weak, but they don't believe in evolution, so they had to come up with a fake term for it. Oop, I said it. But the previous creator is correct. The Manosphere podcast bros are freaking out more and more about how women are doing things like going to college, beating them in the workforce and home ownership. They're polling as happier single, to the point where they've made up an entire term, the male loneliness epidemic, which is really just them making it up a term for evolution, something they don't believe in, doing what it does best, and weeding out those who are useless and no longer needed in society. Before we really dive into it here, as always, make sure you like, comment, repost, and follow along for more takes, but this previous creator is correct. These men are clearly becoming more and more visibly panicked about women's independence and happiness. Because now that we can legally survive on our own without them, that means they actually have to do something to provide anything in our lives to make them worth value. And many of them are finding they don't do that. They're actually a burden. I'll say it, ironically enough, all these high-value males, no value at all, and they're learning that quickly and in denial about it. That creator specifically references a clip of Charlie Kirk a few weeks ago, watch it at your own risk. A 14-year-old girl comes up and asks him, like, hey, I really want to be, I think she said a journalist, something impressive in college. Like, what do you think I should focus on? And he's like, you should prioritize marriage and children. Like, he's very much so not happy. And she makes it clear that she wants to get married and have children as well as that, but he is unhappy that she's even considering her career. Because if you have a successful career like journalism, that moves the bar up even higher for these no-value males. The reason these men keep freaking out about this, keep talking about it, keep trying to hammer home this point over and over in all of these clips is because they know that they're becoming obsolete. And if they're praying that if they keep saying this enough over and over again, maybe it'll catch on or something, I don't know, but it's embarrassing for them to have to admit that women don't want you. Because as women know, it isn't all men, right? Plenty of them were raised right and were able to adapt and grow with the times. I have many friends that are happily in relationships and married and have children. Because those men are great men who understood the assignment and they know how to bring value and happiness and joy to a woman's life as we do for them. But these podcast bros don't do that and they don't teach their audience how to do that. So they're all collectively being pushed out of society, rightfully so.